Hello guys, so my name is Gui Stetelle. I came all the way from Brazil to join my colleagues in the Apify developer community. Back when Ella invited me, I was like, are you sure about that? You're inviting a salesperson to a developer conference, but I'm not a developer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm here to share my journey from actually end user to developer in the community. Maybe before that, let me actually introduce myself and my company. I have almost 10 years in enterprise sales, and last year I founded my go-to-market agency. We're basically creating revenue systems for B2B companies. Think of outbound campaigns, inbound campaigns, most of the LinkedIn outreach, email outreach, and things like that, and also some CRM enrichment as well, which is basically getting the data that you need into your CRM. My journey with Apify, I think it started pretty standard for folks in my space, which is lead generation. I probably sent a couple $1,000s to my colleagues in the Apify community, scraping databases, B2B databases, finding people hiring for certain job titles, finding leadership in certain positions, and that's how it started. But I think that the game has changed a lot compared to last year. It's mostly due to how competitive the space is right now. We need more niche data points and niche databases. And let me give you an example of what that looks like. I have a customer that sells commercial lighting. So their best prospects are massive warehouses and large manufacturing plants. But like square footage is not really a filter in any B2B database, right? So you need to find that data in order to have a targeted lead list. And how do you go about doing that? And that was the challenge that got me into Apify. I searched online. There was no off-the-shelf solution, and the ones that I had was pretty bad. Even in Apify, I couldn't find a scraper for it. So I basically decided to do it myself, and that was it. For that particular use case, what I did is basically using Google Maps API to get a satellite image of the address. The address is usually a standard data point on B2B databases. And with the address, I have the satellite view through Google Maps API. And I use AI to read the image and assign a reference object, either a car or a tree, because they have standard measure. And with that object, I could find out their square footage. And now I have a list of targeted folks that I can send to my customer. It was actually my first time using a terminal. I actually built the initial version on N8N, which actually worked, but I thought, well, maybe other companies might be facing the same issue, and I decided to publish the actor. At the time, the team was running the $1 million challenge, and I thought, well, let's make the most of it. And that actually worked. I think with AI right now, you can pretty much do anything that you want. Just to summarize, I think the gap between what developers can do and front users can build is closing. So we're coming for you guys, and I think there's a lot of also opportunities in this space. I see a lot, for example, folks going for like those large marketplaces. Let me give you an example. There's a lot of scrapers for Amazon, but in Brazil or most of South America, there's a similar Amazon called Mercado Libre, which is close to $10 billion company. And if you search for a scraper for that, there's very few. So I see a lot of opportunities. I'm pretty sure there are other similarities compared to Latin America, to also APAC as well. So I see a lot of opportunity in that space. I truly believe that also the next 1,000 actors will likely come from outside the US and the EU within those markets. And that's it, guys. If you want to connect, you can just Google my name. You'll find a lot about what I do, and connect me with me on LinkedIn.